Hello everyone, I'm Ritika Pakhale and the topic for today is motion curves. So now basically I have chosen this topic just because there is a confirmed question from this topic which will be there in our university paper as well as in the UTs which are conducted in the colleges. So moving on, we have basically 9 motion curves. So let's see it. At constant velocity, we have the acceleration versus time graph like this, that is 0. At constant acceleration, the acceleration versus time graph is like this, that is parallel to the x-axis, that is, as already the name suggests, constant acceleration. So the acceleration is constant. Then variable acceleration, for variable acceleration, we have acceleration versus time graph, a straight line. Then at constant velocity, we have velocity versus time graph constant because as the name suggests, constant velocity. At constant acceleration, we have velocity versus time graph, a straight line. At variable acceleration, we have velocity versus time graph, a parabolic curve. Now, at constant velocity, we have displacement versus time graph, a straight line. At constant acceleration, we have displacement versus time graph, a parabolic curve. And at variable acceleration, we have displacement versus time graph, a cubic curve. So now the question arises, how to remember all these 9 graphs? The acceleration time graph is like this. Similar is the velocity time graph. The acceleration time graph of variable acceleration is this. Similar is the velocity time graph for constant acceleration. Only the changes at variable acceleration, we have velocity versus time graph of parabolic curve. Similarly, see velocity time graph for constant acceleration is the straight line. Same is repeated over here. At displacement time graph at constant velocity. Same velocity time graph is repeated for displacement time graph for constant acceleration. Only the changes displacement time graph is over at variable acceleration is cubic. So we must know some basic formulas before going to the question. So area of triangle, that is half into base into height, then area of rectangle, base into height, area of concave upward curve, that is, this is the concave upward curve and this is concave downward curve. So to find the area under this concave upward curve, we have to divide this curve into parts. Okay, so we have divided it into parts. First we will find the area under this curve. So area under this curve is 1 by 3 into base into height. Now this is concave upward curve, hence we have used this formula 1 by 3 into base into height. Base is this and height is this. Similarly, area of this part, area under this curve, again we'll find by this formula 1 by 3 into this base into this height. And this is a normal rectangle, so we'll use base into height. Then we have to add all these 3 areas to find the required one. Similarly, area of concave downward curve. Now this is a downward curve. We have to follow the same process. We have to divide it into parts. See, this is one part, this is one part. So for finding area of this, again we have, this is downward curve, concave downward curve. So we'll use 2 by 3 into this base into this height. Similarly, this is concave downward curve. So again 2 by 3 into this base into this height. And this is a simple rectangle. So we'll use base into height. These are the 2 very important statements that we must know, or else we will not able to solve the question. So the first statement is area under acceleration time curve gives us change in velocity. And second is area under velocity time curve gives us change in position. Moving on to the question, let's see what the question says. Figure shows the diagram of acceleration versus time for a particle moving along x-axis for a time interval of 0 to 40 seconds. Plot velocity time diagram and displacement time diagram. So basically they have given us acceleration time plot and they have asked us to draw velocity time and displacement time. So the first thing what to do is divide this complete triangle into 2. Now the reason behind this is we can directly find the area under this graph. This is a triangle, so we can directly find the area of the complete triangle. But in order to find velocity at 20 seconds or displacement at 20 seconds, we need to divide the triangle into 2. Okay, so now moving on. For velocity time diagram, we know area under acceleration time curve gives us difference in velocity, right? So for 0 to 20 seconds, we'll do V20 minus V0 is equal to, this is area of the triangle, so half into base into height. So V20 minus V0 is equal to half into base is 20 minus 0, that is 20, and height is 12. So this turns out to be 220 gets cancelled and 12 into 10, which gives us 120 meter per second. Now we know that V velocity at 0 is 0 because the graph starts from the origin. So at 0 seconds the velocity is 0. So substituting 0 over here, we get V20 is equal to 120 meter per second. Similarly, now from 20 to 40 seconds. So similarly, V40 minus V20 gives us area under this triangle. So which is half into base. Now base is 40 minus 20. See here, 40 minus 20 gives us 20. And the height is same, 12. So again 2 and 20 gets cancelled. And then 12 into 10, again we get 120. Now this 120 is the value of V40 minus V20. We require the value of V40. So again we have to substitute V20 as 120. Then we get V40 is equal to 120 plus 120, which gives us V40 is equal to 240 meter per second. Now in order to draw the velocity time graph, now we have the value of V0, we have the value of V20, we have the value of V40. Now just the thing is we have to plot it. Now first it is very easy to plot. Just draw the V axis and the time axis. Then we know from 0 to 20 the velocity at 0 was 0, so it will start from origin. Then the velocity at 20, now we know that the velocity at 20 was 120, so mark 120. Then at velocity of 40 seconds the velocity was 240, so mark 240. Now how to find that which curve will come? So we saw in the question that the acceleration time graph was this, right? It was this for from 0 to 20. So the corresponding velocity time graph will be a parabolic curve, which is upward, concave upward parabola. So we'll draw here a upward parabolic curve. Now in the question, the from 20 to 40 seconds the graph was downward straight line, right? It was a downward straight line. So similarly you have to draw this curve like this downward. That's it. And then we have to mark that 1 and 2 and we have to write over there. First is parabola, second is parabola. That. Let's move on. We have to find the displacement time diagram now. So we have the velocity time plot. Similarly we have to find the displacement time plot. So we already know that the area under velocity time diagram gives us difference in position. So the area under this graph will give us difference in position, right? So clearly we can see over here that S0 will be 0 because the graph starts from the origin. So for 0 to 20 seconds, we'll again apply the same thing. S20 minus S0 is equal to area under this curve. Now, which type of curve is this? This is concave upward curve, right? So what was the formula for concave upward curve? It was 1 by 3 into base into height. Formula for concave upward curve was 1 by 3 into base into height. So 1 by 3, base is 20 minus 0, 20 into height is 120. Now 3 cuts 120 by 40, then 40 into 20 turns out to be 800 meter. So clearly now S0 we have to substitute 0, we get S20 is equal to 800 meter. Now similarly for 20 to 40 seconds, like for this part, now we cannot directly find the area of this complete because we don't have any formula to do it. So just divide it into two parts. So this is downward concave curve, right? And this is a simple rectangle. So this plus this will get. So this curve, the formula for concave downward curve is 2 by 3 into base into height. Now base is 40 minus 20, that is 20, and height is complete 240 minus 120, which turns out to be 120. So again this 3 से ये cut हुआ 40 and plus the area of this rectangle, which is base into height, that is 40 minus 20, 20 into 120. So 20 into 120. So this calculation turns out to be 4000 meter. Now this is the value of S40 minus S20. We need S40, so we have to substitute S20, which is 800 meter. 4000 plus 800, so S40 gives 4800 meter. And at S0 was 0, S20 was 800, S40 was 4800. Now we have to plot. So just look, the velocity plot from 0 to 20 was a upward parabola, right? So in our list we'll check. So this is parabola, now upward parabola. For position time, it comes out to be cubic curve. So here this is a cubic curve. Again from 20 to 40. Now from 20 to 40 we had again a parabola, right? Again it was a parabola. So again it will be a cubic curve. So this is rising cubic curve. So again we have to mention parts 1 and 2, as parabola and cubic look similar. So we have to mention 1 is cubic, 2 is also cubic. That's it. So this is the question. So it is a very simple question. You just have to be calm and solve everything. Each and everything will be given. You have to just substitute and we have to find the areas and plot. That's it. And this is a sure shot question which will be there in the examination. Thank you.